Welcome once again to the Museum of the African American Experience. I am Wellman, the curator, and I'm on the second floor of the museum here today to talk to you about a young man by the name of William Kamkwamba. William grew up in a little village in Malawi. Malawi, as you know, is one of the smallest countries in Africa, and he grew up in a small village in that little country. William was forced to leave school at the age of 14 because his family couldn't afford the $80 a year tuition. So William dropped out, but he chose never to stop learning. William went to the library, and in that library, he saw a book. He saw a picture in one of those books that didn't only change his life, it changed his village, and it will eventually change the world. William saw a photograph of a windmill, and the book said that that machine could generate electricity. At the time, William's little sister, she was developing some respiratory problems from the paraffin lamps that they had to use at night in their home because William's village did not have electricity. When William saw that picture, he made up his mind right there and then that he was going to make electricity for his family. So he learned everything he could about electricity. Then he started collecting things. He found some wire, an old bicycle, a generator from an old discarded truck that somebody didn't need anymore, cut down some trees. He needed lots of wood. William went home and made a windmill. Of course, he had to ignore the laughter and the derision from all his friends and family members and neighbors. Everybody just knew that William had lost his mind. What's he doing with all that stuff? William made a windmill. And when he found out that it worked, that it could actually generate electricity, he tore it down and built a better one. Then he made another one. This one here, this is his third windmill. This was made to power a deep water well for irrigation for his family compound. Then he did something very unusual. William went to the school that he had to leave because his family could not afford to pay the $80 a year tuition and built a windmill for the school. Then he made some more for the rest of his village. When the people at the library heard that William had made this windmill, well, they just had to come and check it out for themselves. They brought a reporter, and when word got out of this young man in a little village in Africa making electricity, William was invited to speak all over the world. He toured windmills, he toured wind farms in the US. He went to the Hoover Dam. This photograph is William at the Hoover Dam, standing next to these megawatt generators. He was just amazed at the power of the turbines. But the engineers were more fascinated by him because they could not understand what he had been able to do with almost no resources whatsoever. Look at this photograph here. William walked around, collected some old PVC pipe, some wire, a pair of discarded flip-flops, and made a switch. This is his light switch. This is William's circuit breaker. Push this to turn on and off one light bulb. This will turn something else on and off. Look at this. Looks like a car battery, which is what it is. It's a discarded car battery. Somebody threw it away because it wasn't creating enough electricity to power whatever vehicle that they had. William was very happy and very grateful for useful, this useless battery, and he used it as a transformer in his house. This battery now regulates electricity in William's home. He looks as proud of that battery as I am of him. William is going to school now in South Africa. He's studying. He's going to be making another trip to the US this year. He's making two more trips to the US this year. He's coming to New York twice. He's going to Chicago. He'll be studying in Chicago, and he'll be doing some more speaking and more lectures. What I would like you to do is go to his website. I will post the URL for his website. Go to his website and make a donation. Whatever you can afford. $5, $2, $200, $12,000, whatever you have. Make a donation to this young man, because I guarantee that any contribution you make to this young man's education is going to change the world. And how many chances do you think you'll ever get in this lifetime to change the world? This is Winn Wellman from the Museum of the African American Experience. Stay tuned.